that you have, that have what we call job description of teachers, principals and principals.
The one I have, the one, we're going to my phone. Alright, go about it. The one I have is for textbook teacher 1.
Right. How the current capital.
Right.
Person. Those documents are not legal documents.
How come?
Because they were never meant to be legal documents.
By who?
Documents are merely guidelines. Right? Because in the first place, there is no signature on those documents. Right?
Mr. Waterman.
There's no heading.
Mr. Waterman.
Those documents were never even tested in any legal tribunal as having the force of law by judiciary. I know what I tell you.
Mr. Waterman.
They get tested. If somebody like yourself decide to test it to see if it has any legal backing or support behind it, then
well, then we will test it.
Then, I've plenty to tell you apart from that. Then people will scramble and say, why this thing don't have the force of law, it is not properly made, let us go back to the drawing board and either make a proper legal document or discard it altogether. Just like the market document, they have the problem with the market document, the past people don't and abstract it because it was wrongly made. And that was not, this is not, this is a document as I have shown you before. Right? That is
Mr. Waterman, do you think that the ministry, in its infinite wisdom, been in existence since independence, would just have a guideline that has no teeth? Are you telling me this?
I opened my head.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me that the ministry is putting frivolous information outside here to mislead the population?
Like what? All ministry. That is why you have courts of law, That is why you have something called judicial review.
But then hear what I'm telling you.
An unreasonableness that tests the metal of a document and every document that is produced.
But you know that is the same document.
But every legal entity is not legal.
I am going through all that, but let me put it to you like this. I am going to test it. Because
I'm inviting you to that.
Well, I'm testing it right now. Because that is why I have asked the students to get their parents involved in this, because I do not want to be in breach of anything. Because imagine this now. Ministry of Education, job description, teacher service employees, right? The principals, vice principal, boom, right? Let me ask you something. Who is this? Who are these people?
That's just a name for the ministry.
Right. That's not just a name. Who? What is this? Is this the coat of arms? Right. So this is Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of Education.
The most important thing is that when you
what is this? Whose stamp is that here? That is the principal stamp. So this means that this document is your document.
I stamp it because it's mine.
But I was saying that is your document. But that is your document.
So it's a truthful document. Look at this.
Job descriptions for other people.
Look at that. And I'm going to the back page. Where's the signature?
That signature means nothing. No. So then you saying that you have in your possession a document that is false.
I have a document that does not have the legal backing of law. That what I'm saying.
But that is, you could give me that, but I ain't taking that. I am not taking that.
When you go to court with this, and a judge looked at this, every time you just see this, and go to the back and those things, you ever see the Constitution?
I never looked at it.
Well, you must look at it, and you look at the signature behind all of those restrictions, pieces of the restriction that was passed.
Well, I am not taking your word for it, you know.
No, you don't have to take my word for it.
I'm not taking your word for it, you know.
Beg of you.
And
if you have the opportunity, you have to learn.
I will go and investigate it now.
You could get yourself, know your way around. Ask your law. Take this out.
I don't need about if that paper have legal thing, you know. What I am talking about, it is my status and the job description that describes my status.
Yeah.
And it have implications. Now, what you are saying here then is still that I can be tested in the wrong way. Suppose now I go in that classroom. Remember the last time when all you asked me to do the teach tech ed? You remember the incident that happened with those boys in my class?
Hold on. Let me finish what I have to say. I started with this. I started telling you about this document that you are relying on. The second thing I have to tell you is that although the document says that as an 81, you need to have some sort of assistant in class, right? An official, right? If it is that you have been teaching technical drawing for a number of years
beyond
an assistant,
yeah, what does that say?
No discovered.
I did not know discover that.
You didn't discover that?
I did not know discover that.
So then why at this point after having teaching it for years?
Because you all brought in the union to enforce regulation and to tell teachers. Am I wrong? Didn't the administration of the school not bring in the union? Yes or no? They brought them in. Good. And the instructions from the union head was, we have to abide by regulations, and they went on and they handed us again that document. Ms. Griffith handed it to me in my hand, specifically for Textbook Teacher 1. So she handed me a document that says this is your job description. This is what your job description is. And the union went on to speak to us about if we violate these, what would be the procedures.
I should have
I don't know who should have handled what or what, but the point about it is this, is that you were present. You were present. You were present. Ms. Griffith was present. Ms. Rogers was present.
Let me show you what a regulation looks like. You have an idea of this in terms of the contents that people to do and how we do them. See this? These are
Show me a regulations.
File number E so and so, so and so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sign from another.
That's not a signature. That's just a title written there.
This is the title. This is the person.
Right. This right. This is a memorandum.
Yeah, but this is regulation.
This is a memorandum.
It marked memorandum, but this is our regulation.
It is a memorandum. What is a memorandum? What is the definition of a memorandum?
Addendum to the original.
Show me the original regulations.
Well, you see
this is
preamble to do this from 1980 to 2000.
right. So these are
we have a number of these things filed individually in the permanent secretary.
I will say no.
Get together to
Show me something.
solve it.
Show me something for Textbook Teacher 1.
Inside it? Well, they may have something for textbook.
Well,
I have
yeah.
one peruse it.
You show me an example of a document that is not relevant to me.
Teachers and so on, right? But I had a look. I have a number. Of these things
Well,
like,
we could sort it out
But
and come back to me and someone later. I am open to all this
that is a
discussion.
bone of contention because you see, not because tutor come with it, it's because ignorance of the law is no excuse, right? And not because you knew about it all the time when tutor came.
I have told.
And now act on it.
It does not mean that I cannot act on it. It means that you all have brought tutor here. By bringing tutor here and having them tell us in your presence, it means then that you are letting us know that tutor, one of the highest people in tutor, has informed us in your presence about regulations, and you all have, by that instruction is follow these regulations. And they went on to say, if you don't follow this, what will happen? Tardiness, this is what will happen. Warning letters, etc., etc., etc. So they're saying that there are penalties for anyone who go outside of these regulations, who violate these regulations and who violate these guidelines. And for years since I came here, before you were here, I told Mr. Sanka, before he kicked me out, and when I came back in, I told him, I said, I'm a Textbook Teacher 1, I could sit down inside the day and do nothing because I am supposed to work under the guidelines. Ms. Griffith used a key word the other day. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
While you were out, 4 hours hardware, right? And either you, Bina, or Jimmy, or
Yeah, I told Jimmy.
so
I didn't even know who's for.
it's a hardware in Gasparilla.
Jimmy don't know about that.
She said she tired call for she money.
Who?
For hardware?
Tired call Jimmy.
Yeah, different people speak over there.
Right between
Jimmy
Jimmy,
don't try to
right
run.
between Jimmy. The only person right now who might know something about that is Bruce.
Alright.
Right. Ms. Griffith used a word the last day we spoke, and she said I have to use my heart. And I told her, I said, I can't take heart to the grocery, and heart don't cut it. I said, I've been using my heart all the time, but all of a sudden now I'm heartless because regulations are enforced, right? But I'm heartless. So you want me to continue going, departing from what is right when I was doing it all the time at my own risk. I remember the risk I took, and bringing it back to when you all had asked us. You didn't ask. You threw it on me to teach tech ed. I am not qualified to teach tech ed. I am not certified to teach tech ed. Tech ed is not recognized as a subject that I am qualified to teach. It is a methodology, and I have no training in it. You come and say I have to teach tech ed. I did it for 1 year with my class, and then something happened one day when we were doing a little project, and a man take up a soldering iron and thrust it at another guy. A hot soldering iron would have inflicted a severe wound, and if that had happened, if I was not in proximity to prevent it, and it had happened, and that boy's parent, the one who might have been injured, had gone to the ministry, they would have been questioning me. Mr. Douglas, you are the tech, you teaching tech ed? You certified to teach tech ed? What is your qualifications? I would have been up a monkey pants because I am in a field outside of what I am. I am. Exactly. Good. So I came to Ms. Griffith and I told her I am no longer going to do this because these are the risks involved. Now you all ask us here to do things at risk.
I would not have asked you to teach tech ed. You don't have any qualification to teach tech ed. You're not a tech work teacher.
Ms. Griffith posted on us, and you know everything that goes on here, and we did.
Surprisingly, I don't.
Well, okay. Now you see, now you plead your ignorance now, and ignorance is no excuse. You are the head.
I have to put things in place to ensure that doesn't happen again. Right now, I took away a couple of portfolios, and I am going to be running those portfolios. I'm not delegating it to nobody because of something happening in those portfolios that I don't know what way. It's done from this morning.
So now you are asking me now that I should continue teaching without the supervision of a teacher after the ministry has demoted me from a tech work teacher too, where I could have taught.
Well, I'm coming to that.
Where I could have taught without having a supervision,
right,
to a position, and they had done that. I think in the wisdom of the ministry, they did that because of the at the time, what was the allegations. They would have done that even though they dropped the charges, still as a kind of precautionary method thing. I don't know. But then it's vindictiveness then, because I felt it very vindictive.
No, it wasn't because I will explain all of those things.
Right?
You could give me a chance.
Well, no, well, I'm not finished off now. Well, I'm not finished off my whole thing now because, right? So they demoted me to a tech work teacher 1, where according to the guidelines that you say are not regulations, I am to teach under the supervision of a teacher. I have been doing it, and the advantage has been taken on me, and where I have expressed my willingness to work for my money. When I came here, I was supposed to teach survey drawing. Mr. Harewood took 2 years rest for himself. All you know that he wasn't in here yet, because I was teaching. I was then made to teach engineering drawing along with survey drawing. So I was teaching geometrical engineering and survey drawing, while Mr. Harewood rocked back and Mr. Ford got architectural drawing to teach. He was teaching engineering drawing before.
Why did you do it?
I did it because I was under duress. I came to this school And Mr. Sanka and Mr. Hayward escorted me off the compound. They told me they do not want no rastaman on this compound. And I left here in tears. Water running out my eye like a baby sniffling through my nose, and was escorted off of this compound. I wrote that letter. I sure must be misspelled every word in that letter because I was so disturbed and distraught. And I wrote a letter to the ministry, and several months after, Mr. Sanka came home to me.
You had a right not to teach it, like not what you were trying to teach.
But okay, I know this.
It's not right for French right at that point.
Exactly, and you want me to continue to be infringed after the union have set it straight?
You ever hear what the word statute of limitations?
Listen, statute of limitations don't apply here, man. And don't come and talk about precedent. Precedent has to be...
It may not apply, but the fact is, and I think you would make, if you have subjected yourself,
I did not subject myself. I never accepted it. I have worked over the years here under duress, and I want to make that point clear. I know what is duress. I know what is duress. To me, duress is when I am forced to do something, but because I need to survive, I will do it. I am under pressure to do it.
Not duress. Duress only applies to murder. To force to murder somebody.
Well, all they murdering me all the time. All they murdering me all the time. All they murdering. Me only going to know legal ramifications, you know. This thing is straightforward.
Do you know of any one teacher in the jurisdiction of China who has an assistant in the classroom?
I don't know any textbook teacher one. That have nothing to do with me. What our next man choose to do under his employment contract, that is his business. That has nothing to do with me.
Next thing I want to tell you about is that incident you had with the allegation. Since you were accused of certain allegations in another school, I think it was suspended for a short while.
Short while, 5 years.
For 5 years. I think it was for 5 years. And they decided to reinstate you in the interrogation. It cannot demote your appointed position as a
I am telling you that is what they did because you have it on your documents here.
Well, are you getting wrong? If they
No.
demoted you, they are legally wrong.
I
and
know.
why I'm telling you that they cannot do, they do not have the authority to demote anybody in the teaching service.
Well, I was demoted, and when I drew it to their attention, they told me this is what they are offering me, and I have to accept it. I am telling you as it is.
I know you're the fact that they have reinstated means that they did not have the evidence to continue a suspension or to expel the communication service. So they have no case to answer. And if they do reinstate them, we definitely could not and cannot, and they do not have the power authority to take away your teaching position.
You could tell them big boys what power they have.
I learned that from my studies and employment. Right. Next thing about that. Far after that, there was another teacher here who suffered the same thing while I was in my time in this school as my principal. They promoted the teacher to a higher grade. And after 1 month, to put them, send the teacher back down to the education office. Right? They said they didn't know we had somebody in that position and they make a mistake. Right? I called the teacher. I said, you know we have it. The teacher went and said, yes. I said, but I expect you to follow up on that. Apparently the teacher didn't want, right? Didn't want to back and allow that. I have to go to the ministry to do some other business with the school. And I saw Mrs. Payne Roberts. You ever heard about that name? Payne Roberts.
It rings a bell, but I don't know the person.
Payne Roberts was the woman who was posted to assign the teacher from the Human Resources Department to come to the school when they advertised. Agreement arrest. You know that incident will take place before when they give a teacher a position, they take it away after a month. I feel like you are not in the position that can't do that. When I say they can't do that, they did it, but they did it wrong. So you have to right position. The other thing about it, that they have thousands of brothers. They could be running into hundreds of thousands. Because if you look at your other things, you want to say you know that position, all that time the teacher who can fight for the increases in salary, you would not get the correct increases, but the incremental increases. So you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nobody open my honey once. The last time you make that decision to inspector and you use the word, use that word that nobody wasn't. The word is punish. That's what they wanted to do. They had no allegation, they couldn't prove it, they had no evidence, they had to send you back to school, they take away your position from you to punish you for that. So you have it. So a more perfectly legitimate platform to be able to be rectified in what they are going to for organizations. You have to find money for the coffers.
So you got this typed out yesterday?
Yeah.
Where? You have it?
Yeah.
Excuse me, also, okay?
Your French is bueno good though.
Merci, merci.
I don't somewhere.
Alright, the rest will finish. When you finish.
So, you know, look at it.
Because when I spoke with Miss Voodoo this morning, and I just confirmed it with Miss, it is showing that she has the morning free, but she said, she really does have 2 classes. So she only free for 1 period. So
I don't know, but you gotta get somebody there.
I'm going to try and get somebody.
So, I saw he did that injustice to one of them. He died in 65. There are people, but they will know. Like a Chatabo human resource officer, they have to die. But then they pray nobody don't come and put my on them because because when I get people, when I send people, when I tell people, who signed this order because it's not order to make a man like what you don't want to know. You have to find money from somewhere. However, don't jeopardize that by having people like the other than when they have money to make everyone not ever have a case.
Well, I didn't. No. Casual talk.
Come back with us.
Come girl, we're going. Wait and do your job. I am not jeopardizing anything, you know. I'll tell you something.
One of the people that assist you in this, because I have no local standing, if we go to open the case here, we will say, where is the doctor? You need to get this, that.
I am not fighting no case, you know.
Well,
I want you to understand that.
yeah.
If you put me here as a, if you put me here as a textbook teacher 1, I will function as a textbook teacher 1. The fact that I've been functioning otherwise before has nothing to do with me being a textbook teacher 1. It has to do with me loving what I was doing, and exactly so. And since the union has now enforced that teachers should follow the regulations according to the letter of the law, let it be so. And I have to do mine according to what them say. Right? I am not in breach of any law as far as I'm concerned.
Union is the body, an organization that can represent your interest in this matter.
I am not.
That is what they did.
I understand this.
Nothing impose this kind of nonsense on people.
But there's only bring that, you know.
I didn't bring this.
Who called the union here to talk to teachers about that?
Then bring this. You know what time?
Well, even if they bring it, then it is important because that is education.
You know what time to turn around? You know what cases are not in the
I am asking them to fight no case for me, you know.
Excuse me.
court?
4 places have to participate. On the printout of the CBQ.
And we're gonna look for work.
And then they have the job already, they just have to
Could be, but it doesn't
finish their file.
I am not asking you to advise any case from me.
What is going to happen? Tell you what is going to happen.
Let it run its course.
I have one more thing again. I got it.
Me too. Me not long again, and as a matter of fact, I don't think I might stay here till I done because I fed up. I totally fed up.
What is going to happen? The incident already got the company.
Let them come. I tell them to come.
They will send the parents.
I tell them to send their parents to the ministry.
And when you investigate,
Mm-hmm.
they show them this. They will tell you the same thing I tell you. The same thing. When the HOD tell you that, and you are satisfied, they will go to the CEO. And he will tell you the same thing. And when you go to the permanent secretary, she will tell you the same thing. It means the same. Jeopardizing yourself.
I do
Next thing you
listen.
know, next thing you know, you get some pension.
I taken that.
Next thing you know, you can't get pension.
I taken that. I do business.
And you can't get the pension
I do business.
until them thing gets
I am taking all of that.
You can't say I don't do it.
I know you talk to me. I thank you that you talk to me.
Well, I tell you all what
I taken that. I taken that.
You don't want me help. You don't want me help.
I never said I don't want your help. You came to me with advice. I heard you. Good. I will deal with it.
What then? You still ain't going to teach you boys until they get their
I have nothing to teach anyone because I am not supposed to teach anyone unless I'm supervised by a teacher. I am working at risk.
So if I have to support to supervise,
Mr. Ford is a certified teacher. He could supervise me.
he can supervise.
Yeah. And they say supervise.
Or Daniel Lala.
Who's Daniel Lala? Is he a technical drawing teacher?
You know you're
Is he a teacher? Is he a technical drawing teacher? Is he my subject area? He's not a technical teacher, drawing teacher.
But they didn't say that. If you're
They
so
say
wanted-
under.
If you're so
they-
wanted to
listen,
draw on the
listen to me. I am.
supervision.
You ain't understanding that document, you know. The teacher's supposed to do the work, and I'm supposed to assist them. And anything that they want me to do, I'm supposed to do under their direction. Could Mr. Daniel Lala tell me?
to do your work and
Could Mr. Daniel Lala tell me how to teach a topic? How to teach, how to bisect a line and how to do interpenetration?
If you want to rely on the document,
Come on, man. Ask.
you want to rely
Could
on
Mr.
document,
Daniel Lala,
if you want to rely on the document,
Could-
you have to interpret the meaning of the particular.
under the supervision of a teacher, does Mr. Daniel Lala know my content? Would he be able to know when I'm going wrong from when I'm going right?
This thing on the supervision of the document.
When I'm going wrong, when I'm going right. Does Mr. Daniel Lala, is he qualified in my field? You don't know? He may be, but then you have to find that out first. Because you cannot send an Englishman to teach French. You cannot send an Englishman to supervise French.
Who are bilingual, you don't know?
Hey,
Hidalgo is bilingual.
let me be real
You
now.
have a boyfriend? Hidalgo.
Let me be real now.
Darian Hidalgo.
Let me be real now.
Yeah, you know that. You know Darian.
Who's that? Yeah?
Boy from Cuba.
Yeah. I asked him to do some translation for me, and
Spanish.
I asked him to do some translation for me, and we were going good, and then all of a sudden, like somebody give me some bad talk about me, and he just dropped me like a big stone. I ain't had time with him.
But they don't know what.
Me, you know what happened, so I leave it. He's a little boy, you know. I mean, I asked him to do something for me. I was paying him, and he was going okay, good. He ready to do it, and somebody he talked to, and after that, he just dropped me like a big stone. I leave him right there. I get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, but I say what I have to say. concerning the assistant teacher.
Yeah. I think
I think that is going to work. I don't think the ministry meant.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why they put that in the first place?
Well, I don't know. The ministry is wiser than me, and the ministry is wiser than me.
They felt at the time when they made this document, because it wasn't made in 2001, it was made way before that. It's just by something. When people qualified in technical vocational education from John Deere Tech, when they look at the syllabus and the work that they did, the ministry felt in their wisdom that TBT1 teachers were not qualified to teach Form 4, Form 5. That's what they felt at the time. So they needed to have somebody to give them proper guidance. Like how they want OJT now, when you can have someone teach a little subject and they must have a teacher guidance and they put down right there.
Well, the ministry told me unequivocally that they don't feel I'm qualified to teach Form 4 and Form 5. The fact that I'm doing it does not mean that their position has changed.
Well, what about the content of the qualification of a technical drawing teacher in 2016? Is it the same as in 1972?
The technical drawing teacher back then at John Donaldson Technical Institute, you enter the teaching service as a textbook teacher to prepare because your content was way above O level.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
The student that you accepted in Form 1, remember the letter I did an email to the SS3 last week, Thursday. 6 years Suma for Princeton, secondary. Yeah, and the SS3 wanted the name of the student.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what you know about it, you know.
I know the SSP called me to tell her, to ask her if she can accept 2 students in Form 1.
And then they changed to 1 and not 2 again.
Right, to change to 1. And I've just dropped off my letter this morning to the student now come.
Yeah. She brought everything she could bring.
Who she come with? The student?
She come with the student.
To register now?
But she said she brought over
Student in plain clothes?
Plain clothes.
And they now come to register the
Yeah,
student?
because the child will not.
Put that on to Miss Davis.
Davis. Alright. Thank you.
A technical drawing, someone who's qualified at John Donaldson, you have a technician's certificate. That is just a little level below university degree. It means that you are more than qualified because according to what the teaching service would require is that you at least are a level above. They don't allow you to teach.
And that's a TBT1.
Not TBT1. You would enter the teaching service back in those days as a textbook teacher too, prepared.
Right.
You-
And with a TBT1.
A TBT1 if you did a craft course, not a technician's
In
course.
St. John D and the
In St. John D, you would have probably made you a textbook teacher 1.
Right. I know that they'll give those craft courses again.
Right.
Right.
No, craft courses are lower qualification than technician courses.
Yeah, I know that.
Right, good. So that is where you would have
You
had
want
that.
the craft.
That is where you would have that. I am a certified technician. So I entered the teaching service.
And write that form. Write that form. You have to come back 3 o'clock across in the building across.
Okay, good. Yeah, you have to you enter the teaching service as a textbook teacher too, and that is where I entered at.
Practice.
I entered
And
it.
practice the people who would need the assistant.
Practically people would be. Yeah.
To guide them along.
I suppose so.
So here it is. A brilliant man who have a TB2 certificate. But teacher TBT1 that needs an assistant according to the regulation. We want to hear you. No. He only told it?
But the ministry's whole system has changed now.
Concerning the register, and they said the country has been functioning for a long while now. And he said, because poor school small, but apparently that's why now, she said a few months now, the country is not it's used, she can't expose it to me, but we don't want to live on it, she can't say. The The person say she can't give back. She said maybe in a month she can promise. It takes a while. It takes a while as a batch. They have one cash so she don't know this one. Function in our HR issues or what the function in our so like phone doing. Hold on, the school's going to what you get now.
You from Marabella, sir?
Huh?
From Marabella, sir? Nah, don't call them. I go talk to Sheldon myself.
But they always tell me I'm from Marabella, so.
Yeah, I will call them. You call me here again. Around the two here, two day a month. It's supposed to get 15, but everybody breaks and everybody have, and they say
Hold on, here we go, because of no execution. I see what some like class on the sides. There's a bit recently, head of is telling me because she
But
will
it's not, they try to print you now.
They say that it's an education document, allows you to print out publication in it, just print out.
You have a woman come there.
Yeah, but it's transferred
When
from
she sent, yeah,
Princess
she
South.
doesn't form one.
Yeah.
I want to find out from this woman if the boy was assigned. If the boy was assigned, who he was assigned to Princess
Assigned to
South.
Princess Town.
And she went
Has
from
to
here.
be reassigned to here.
Alright. So she can't get registered.
Yeah, so there's a
We have to look at his scores and we're going to work out to put them in.
Alright. There's a Peter somebody on the phone, he say.
So call them.
Yeah, no, let's pick up the phone here on the line.
Hello?
Right. So, well, the ministry now requires teachers to have degrees now to get a job, right? Isn't that correct? They're not taking people out with these diplomas and thing anymore. So the ministry has.
Nobody doing any courses with diplomas, no institutions.
Right.
So it was down to whoever have a degree.
Yeah.
If I'm come from the outside with a diploma from the States or Canada, I'm sure they will have to give a contribution because they have a shortage of certificates and stuff like that. But, and then the quality of what is being given out by is still questionable.
Still questionable.
You start up university, I'm concerned about
Content and right.
the lecturer and their qualifications and additional this kind of stuff. So one establishment like still but I don't know the ministry or the government have to get their act together and decide how they want to fill this void because it's a big void. What I do know is for certain positions like primary school, teacher in a primary school know need to have a bachelor's of education. Principal in secondary school now require a master's. So that we wouldn't get promoted to a principal. If somebody comes in with a master's and in a friend without a master's, they will get contribution
To the person who masters.
so that level they requiring that. But at the technical level, there is a void in terms of institutions needed to continue teaching and giving quality qualifications to the community. That's why there are no more plumbing teachers and masonry teachers.
Because
Woodwork teachers and things because they can't find nobody else has done it right. Technical drawing. I don't even know what went on with technical drawing. I think my brother doing something in landscaping. So trying to join in landscaping with the technical drawing. Because I want people asking for it. They have a people that want to put something there.
yeah.
But you want to watch the land now and how it shapes. So you want to put down there for them. We're trying best to get into the field to be competitive.
Yeah.
But I don't know
To be employed.
well, but yeah, you know, but I don't know where you could find technical drawing people. I don't know where to find technical drawing teacher. When I do technical drawing in school, from there,
They move on, we move on. Most people move on.
they move on, but we move on the way on to what?
Yeah.
We need people to get some of them people to come back in the field in school. Because they don't
There's-
have an avenue for them to sharpen the skills out.
It's tough because the ministry not offering anything attractive.
See, again, somebody come up with a brilliant idea. Shut down the standard tech.
That was not brilliant to me.
Yeah.
They thought that was brilliant.
No, well, yeah, they had a reason for whatever they're doing. They had some reason why them do it because they might be benefiting from it. as against the rest of the society not suffering again. They didn't care how the society suffering from that. To bring a Chinese man to draw a plan, they bring a man from Canada to draw a plan, that would be for them to their kid. But everybody's suffering. So, I don't know.
It tough, but I mean to say we have to work with what we have. We have to work with what we have, and we have to protect our rights, and we have to protect everything that we could protect. And sacrifices will be made.
Well, according to your situation, what I plan to do is to call the curriculum officer potentially.
Yeah, call the curriculum officer, let the curriculum officer come and talk with me, we discuss and we could see what direction we could take this in and whatever.
Kind of solution.
But I'm not going to put myself at risk because it is
But the
dangerous
inference,
water.
the inference, if I'm not immediately getting the curriculum officer to come and assist in this situation, could I have to support the law?
Mr. Ford is a qualified teacher, he will have to come and teach the class, me have no problem with
Then,
that.
okay, I just thought that that's what I need.
Mr. Ford is a qualified teacher, he's a qualified technical drawing teacher, isn't he?
You're bound to do that.
Well, that is up to him and you. I sure you have enough influence. I can leave now?
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Very interested, very informative. I got him.